Dr. Glen Mesaros is a partner at Melnick, Moffitt, and Mesaros, ENT in Lebanon. He's been there since 2001. He's a board-certified general ENT, graduated from Harvard, cum laude in biochemistry. He attended University of Pittsburgh for medical school, completed his internship and residency in the United States Army at Madigan Army Medical Center in Tacoma, Washington. Retired from the Army as the chief of otolaryngology at West Point Military Academy. In 2015, he founded Swing for the Troops, a golf tournament. In its first year, the event raised over $15,000 to support PA Wounded Warriors. And PA Wounded Warriors, Mrs. Helen Sager was the recipient of this award last year, and we're honored to have her son Frank Sager here today. The 2016 Swing for the Troops tournament was just held a week or two ago, and it continued to raise funds for the PA Wounded Warriors. From his nomination, his efforts are unparalleled, and because of his dedication, hard work, and enthusiasm for helping other soldiers and their families, Dr. Mesaros' Swing for the Troops tournament is successful in giving back to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in fighting for our country and our freedoms. I now invite Dr. Mesaros forward to receive the award.
I'm truly honored to accept this award. My military association basically began as I was an aspiring medical student in my fourth year in college. I have to say that I don't come from a very affluent family, although my parents did an absolute wonderful job in supplying a very loving and comfortable home for both my sisters and myself. But faced with the overwhelming cost of a medical school education, I recall my father saying to me, "If you want to be a doctor, better join the Army." So that's what I did. I was fortunate enough to be selected to participate in the Army Health Professions Scholarship Program. And after college and graduation, I was sworn in at my home in New Jersey, and I remember my mother shedding a tear. And I don't know if at that time it was because she was proud or she thought I was going to combat. Nevertheless, my Army and military career began. As I finished medical school, I went off to Fort Lewis at Madigan Army Medical Center in Washington as a captain in the medical corps. And to be honest, I didn't know what to expect. However, I quickly realized that wearing that uniform and being in the military, you were certainly part of a brotherhood. You develop very strong bonds with your fellow servicemen and women, very strong bonds. Through my training, I was able to take care of tremendously honorable, hardworking, dedicated servicemen and women. I took care of their families when they were deployed. I took care of veterans who have the most amazing stories of wars past. I truly found an extended family. And speaking of family, I also found the woman of my dreams, convinced her to be my wife. I was married while I was on active duty, and she has given me 3 wonderful children, all born in military hospitals. I remember discussing the role of an Army wife with Nancy, and she was from New York, and she's like, "I'll tell you what, not sharpening them commissary." Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, that quickly changed because it's a pretty big deal. As our family grew, I was transferred to West Point, where I did end my Army obligation. I was very fortunate while there to be associated with some of the most amazing people I've ever met. Nonetheless, my military career was over, and we came here to Lebanon to raise our children, and I have had no regrets. However, I will tell you that I do miss, at times wearing that uniform. I don't want to be too political, but when there's people out there clamoring for $15 an hour flipping burgers, and we have service people who qualify for food stamps, something's wrong. And I found myself needing a way to give back to the military, to be reconnected with my military brothers and sisters. And thank goodness I found the PA Wounded Warriors. It is a fantastic organization that helps our service families in need. They don't focus on the acute injuries, but more the long-term success of the families in need to get them back on track. And it's a wonderful organization, and I encourage you to learn more about it and support their efforts. I'd like to share with you two thoughts that really keep me motivated in my efforts to give back not only to the military community, but to all people that I meet. As Ralph Waldo Emerson says, the purpose in life is to be useful, is to be honorable, is to be compassionate, to make some difference that you have lived and lived well. And as Charles Dickens said, no life is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of others. So, God willing, I can continue to live a useful life and, in some small way, lighten the burdens of others, including my brothers and sisters in the military. I thank you for this award. I thank Teresa Penna for nominating me. I hope I live up to it. Thank you.